Professional storytelling teacher Sam Cawthorne says in his book, Story Showing, that we should make sure that our stories have pass-on ability. Pass-on ability. In other words, our stories should be so riveting, so important, and the message so profound that when we've told it, or as Sam would say, as we showed it to the audience through the visions that we can put into their minds, that the story is so important to them that they feel they have to pass it along to other people. That's what he means by pass-on ability. We all have these stories within us. And sometimes we don't have to hear somebody else's story to want that pass-on ability. We have the story within us already. But often those stories are to do with things which we are a bit embarrassed to talk about. One area that definitely falls into that category is what I would call the metaphysical, or the paranormal, or the supernatural. If you've had something uncanny happen to you, which is inexplicable, and is regarded by you as coming from a different dimension, perhaps from someone who's already passed on, or an angel, or from God herself, and it's given you a terrific insight into something, but you're frightened to tell anyone about it because of the way you will look. You'd be embarrassed. You'd be laughed at. You'd be scoffed. And this to our self-image is devastating. But to our real self, it's uplifting. And if you can find the courage to tell those stories of the supernatural events which have happened in your life, you will find your audience will be riveted. And if the story is good enough, it will be passed on. People will talk about it. But more than that, it will leave a message within them. For example, their fear of dying might be laid aside forever. I often tell the story about my guardian angel and how I was saved from dying with just 3 words spoken by what I regarded as my guardian angel. It took me a long while to get the courage to tell that sort of story to an audience. But now I tell it, I find the audience are riveted. They love to hear this type of story because it's different and it is pass-onable. It has pass-on ability. So do not keep those types of story, those experiences which you've experienced, which you know unto yourself to be true, because you've felt them, you've heard them, you've experienced them. Tell them as a story. They are the most powerful stories, probably, that you'll ever be able to present. So present them.